Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Y'all know 50. If he got any type of beef with you, you know he gonna go. Oh, he gonna do an overkill. Like this man does not. He's not going to stop. Like he's not going to stop. If you start, ain't no way in the world I would want to get on his bad side. I mean, cause at 50, and it's kind of funny because every time he do stuff like this, and I read in the comments and people be saying that they understand why he got, why somebody hit him 9 times and all of that. Which is, it's kind of crazy because, yeah, I get it. I get it. Because this man, he just does not quit. So, what's going on right now, y'all, and his this ever non ending beef between him and Rick Ross? 50 Cent called out Rick Ross for his lyrics in U.O.E.N.O. And am I supposed to pronounce that, y'all? You don't even know. You don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Ebonics version of it. You don't even know. So is that how I'm supposed to be saying it? But anyway, y'all. So 50 Cent said something about the lyrics in that Rick Ross song because that was the one that he said something about pretty much putting a Mickey in somebody's drink and taking them home and sexually assaulting them. That's pretty much that's what he's saying in the lyrics. So let me read some of this article, y'all, and this is from XXL. So it says 50 Cent recently called out Rick Ross over his controversial U.O.E.N.O lyrics, and Rose clapped back with a vicious response. On Saturday, May 25th, 50 Cent jumped on Instagram and called out Rick Ross over his controversial lyrics on Brocco's 2013 single, You Ain't Know. On the song, Rose rap, put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed it. She ain't even know it. At the time, the rap veteran received a ton of backlash for his questionable lyrics. Ross eventually apologized for his verse. I don't condone rap. Apologies for the lyric interpreted as rap, he wrote on Twitter in 2013. In an interview with New Orleans radio station Q93.3, the Miami boss clarified that he doesn't condone rap in any form. Well, why would you put it in your raps then? Like, did you even write that? Did you not know that was there before you y'all, they trip me out, y'all. Anyway, back to the article. I would never use the term rip, in my lyrics, Ross said. As far as my camp, hip hop don't condone that. The streets don't condone that. Nobody condones that. Fast forward on IG, 50 posted a photo which can be viewed below. The show that shows a character of R. Kelly with faded images of Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein in the background. The photo was accompanied by Ross' verse from You Don't Even Know. Fifth captioned the post. Sometimes I think people were just stupid. Why would you say this in a song? And this is what 50 had typed out, y'all. Okay, so Ross caught wind of his IG post and responded on the Neighborhood Talks blog post about 50's post. This was a lyric Dapping Joy accused, saying you sodomized and ripped her as you held her down in front of your son, palm on face emoji. Curtis spook face emoji at 50 Cent. He typed in the comment section what can be viewed. Just like I said, he not witty enough for 50 Cent. So he need to just be quiet. But anyway, so Rick Ross' response is in reference to Daphne Joy, the mother of 50 Cent's son Sire, who claimed Fifth allegedly ripped and sexually abused her in their past relationship. Back in March, Daphne posted a lengthy post addressing 50's jokey remarks regarding the allegations made in a lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones that she was an alleged sex worker for Diddy. Everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. She began in a post which tagged 50. You are wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs? For nothing. We moved to New York to give you an opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I'm tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you never even earned. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of ripping me and physically abusing me. She continued, you are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you. as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last time and for the last and final time. 50 has since filed a defamation lawsuit against Daphne Joy, demanding she retract her Instagram post. The New York rhymer is also seeking in excess of $1 million, claiming the false allegation could be detrimental to his business associations. So this is from her, and I'll leave that right there so y'all can read that real quick. So, okay, so this is all of this. And let me play this. Hold up. Before I say anything else, let me go back up though to make sure I don't lose what I want to say. Because let me go on Instagram real quick. This is what 50 posted. Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. So this is what 50 had put up. You know, sometimes, and I read that in the article of what he said. Yeah, what he said. And this is what Rick Ross came back with, y'all. So Rick Ross, just like I said, he's not witty enough as far as I'm concerned to be trying to beef with 50 Cent. He doesn't rap, in my opinion, y'all. This my opinion. It's my 2 cents. So I don't know who the better rapper might be to you. And I like Rick Ross. I think that he's good. He can rap. But I don't think that he's better than 50 Cent as far as rapping. Like I said, keep your, that's just my 2 cents, my opinion, y'all. So, and then the reply that he came back with, because I'm believing 50, because how many people do y'all know? How many, not just men, but women even, that's accused of things that his baby mother accused him of, and they sued him. So I don't know about anybody else, but that, I don't know, y'all. I feel like she's just, because it's almost like none of this, you didn't say any of this until the sex worker thing, Diddy thing came up, and this man called you a sex worker, but he did not make that up. He just didn't just come out and just say that. Somebody said that about you in a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just come out and just make that up and say that. Somebody else said that about you. Now he took it and ran with it, but he didn't originate that. He didn't say that about, he didn't say that, he didn't say that about her. So because he took it and ran with it, now she mad. Now, now you want to come talking about all of this, what he did and didn't do, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. And as soon as she did that, y'all, 50 turned right around, and 50 turned around and filed a defamation lawsuit against her. So kudos to 50 for that. So we'll see how that turns out. But I don't know. Right now, I'm inclined to believe 50 in this whole ordeal with her. So, like I said, we'll see how that turns out. But Rick Ross, y'all, I'm just, just like I said, he's not witty enough to be trying to be in a back and forth beef with 50, especially if it's word for word, because 50 gonna come out on top every single time. No Diddy, but 50 gonna come out on top every single time, because Rick Ross just, just be quiet. Because for him to even say that, to even mention that about Dapping Joy, it's looking like, and I know that you saw this man and filed a lawsuit against her for defamation, but you didn't have anything else to say. So, he should have just, sometimes being quiet, sometimes that is the best, sometimes that is the best thing in a situation, because I feel like at this point, Rick Ross just need to be quiet when it comes to 50 Cent. And I believe he said something to 50. That's why 50, that's why he came, that's why he came back with that post. And I can't think of what it was, y'all. I know I probably saw something and all of that, but y'all know how I do. I see stuff and then I don't see it if I'm really not interested in it. But I think that he may have said something to 50 to get 50 to say something and started this all back up again. So just keep that man's name out your mouth. Just don't say anything to him at all, because it's nothing that he can come, he can't really say any too much of anything anyway. About he can't really say too much of anything about 50. 50 to embarrass this man over and over, time and time again. The thing back some years ago with the baby mother, Rick Ross baby mother, that girl, the one that talks a lot. I think her name is Tia, but I think that she was the one back some years ago. I don't know. Did 50 Cent, was they supposed to have made a sex tape or something like that? And I know 50 Cent had videos with Rick Ross' son in it and all of that. So, and that's when they were beefing back then. And like I said, that was years ago. So, like I said, y'all, what should we call it? Rick Ross just need to, I don't know, when it come to 50, he just need to kind of sit out of whatever, like treat this man almost like, kind of like you would treat your parent. Like, sometimes my parents say things that I don't agree with at all. Sometimes it may be something that I did or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, even at my age, it blessed, I still have both of my parents in my life. So even at my age right now, sometimes they say stuff and I just have to be quiet because I ain't gonna be arguing back and forth with my mother or my father. So I just have to. Sometimes it's hard because I just be wanting to say something, but at the same time, I'm just more like thinking, let me just keep my mouth shut and let this hurry up so I can get up out of here. That's what I'm thinking about it. But, like I said, at the same time, I just keep my mouth shut. So Rick Ross almost might need to do 50 like that. Like, if he comes say something, just don't say anything because you don't have any type of comeback or anything for this man. Just like I said, Rick Ross is not witty enough. He's not on the level of 50 Cent with that. So his comebacks are weak. I never saw a strong comeback from Rick Ross, not just regarding 50 Cent, but with anybody that he might have been beefing with. I ain't never seen no strong comeback from him. So I don't know. He might just need to stay out of stuff like this. But yeah, y'all. So speaking of those lyrics, because I saw that he issued an apology. And that's something else that I wanted to talk about too, y'all, because just like in that other article, he was saying how they don't condone, how he doesn't, or him or his team pretty much, they don't condone rep and all that stuff like that, y'all. But it's just kind of like, if you don't condone it, why would you rap about it? Why would you have to apologize for something and remove it out of a rap, out of a song, when you didn't condone it in the first place? That just doesn't make sense to me. And it's making me think that he doesn't write his own, like, he doesn't write his own rhymes. And at the same time, he not even reading them before he go in the studio to lay it down on a track. I mean, for real, that's what he's sounding like. That's what he's making it sound like to me, y'all. Because it sounded like he didn't, somebody else wrote that lyric, you gave it to him. He didn't look over it. He didn't see it until he got into the studio to rap it over a beat. And he still didn't see it, although he was rapping it. He still didn't see it because he let it. We shouldn't have never heard it. If he saw it and if he didn't condone it, we shouldn't have never heard it. It shouldn't have never even been an issue. It shouldn't have never even made it on his, never even been a verse or even on a song. And then you want to apologize and remove the track from the song and do all of that, y'all. Just like he said, my choice of words was not only offensive, it does not reflect my true heart. Y'all, I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them, y'all. I cannot say it enough. In these past few days, especially since all of this Diddy, since all of this stuff is going on, and the video came out of him physically abusing Cassie, and then you have these, after the video of the physical abuse came out, you had all his little celebrity friends talking about how mad they were, and if they run up on him they gonna fight him, and just all this stuff. When y'all just hung with that man probably a couple of weeks ago and you been knew this. So now you want to fight them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said with fake outrage. So I kind of I forgot where I was going with that, y'all. Oh my God, I forgot where I was going with that. I told y'all I'm buzzing, and I don't know where I was going with that. So that's what I meant when I said, y'all, with the fake outrage and all of that, because how did you not know? Uh, yeah, they so fake to me. They so fake to me because I just don't understand how you not feel the way, like I said, y'all, it shouldn't have never made it on a song. If you felt that way, it shouldn't have never made it on a song. But you put it on a song anyway, and the song was released. Everybody heard it, and then you want to apologize for it because people had something to say about it. But if you don't condone that in the first place, we wouldn't even be talking about it. So that's what I'm saying. All this fake apology, all this I'm sick of them, y'all. I am so sick of them. So I don't think I don't think I need to read that. We already know. And then how long ago is this? Because y'all done been heard. This back in 2013. So y'all probably been heard about this before I did. But yeah, so he apologized for the lyrics, but the lyrics should have never been there. And that's the thing, y'all, because do y'all remember when I was thinking about this? Or well, when I was looking at this earlier and kind of just thinking in my head about lyrics that's like they said with the rip culture. Hold up, how did they say that? Rip culture, hip hop, I think, or something. I forgot how they said that, but that wasn't even y'all back in the '90s. Now that's my era. So back in the '90s, we were singing songs and doing all of that, and really not paying a whole lot of attention to the lyrics we were singing. But at the same time, that wasn't the case for all songs because some lyrics I knew, I knew what they were. I knew what I was singing or rapping or whatever the case may be, but it was like it wasn't I don't know, it wasn't a big deal too much back then. But like say for instance, Bell Bib the Bow, because I had to pull that up. And that's one of the lyrics that that came to mind while I was thinking about this. So in the song Do Me Baby, when on Ronnie's verse, on his rap verse, when he says backstage, underage, adolescents, how you doing? Fine. She replied, I sighed. I like to do the wild thing. Action took place. So, he's saying right there that he had sex with an underage girl. You see what I'm saying? He's saying that. And we were singing that back then. But I think that my thing with this, um, at the time when this came, I wasn't underage, but I was still real young. And I've had encounters by that time. I've had encounters, with one or two um grown men that I shouldn't have, at the age that I was. But it wasn't, I mean, I was young, so I wasn't thinking about it like that. But now since I'm older, I do think about that. But it was what it was at the time, y'all. But now since I'm older and I go back and I listen to some of this stuff, and it's just kind of like, oh wow. Because Aaron Hall's lyrics on Don't Be Afraid, and I'm sure that people had let me see if I can pull that up real quick. But I'm sure people just pulled that up not too long ago because he became an issue. Well, those came, his lyrics came up when this Diddy stuff popped up, and then an interview that he just did recently on the Breakfast Club, I believe, where he was just kind of saying some wild stuff. So then, people started pulling these lyrics back up. But I had been said this. I had been said this. Now, these were lyrics that I realized early on that they didn't sound right. And I instantly, like, as soon as I figured that out, I instantly started feeling a way about the song. Like the song, y'all, like for a little bit, like when this song came out when the movie Juice came out. So what was that, like 91 or something like that? But when this song came out, this was my song, y'all. Like this seriously was my song, and I'm bopping to it and dancing to it and singing to it and doing all of that. But it didn't take long for me to realize what he was, what it was he was saying with those lyrics. Like you talking about, you talking about sexually assaulting somebody. Like that's exactly what you're singing about right now. You're singing about sexually assaulting somebody, because when he said, and let me go to the lyrics because I want to make sure that I get okay, he said, when I lay you down at night, okay, hold on. Okay, because it's a part that really, when he says, okay, now I have you all to myself. You can put all the other guys on the shelf. No need to run and no need to hide. All the doors are locked and I have you inside. You can yell and you can hit me. It only makes me horny. And see, that's and he said, ain't nothing but a love thing, baby. How is that ain't nothing but a love thing? Like you're seriously, you know what I'm saying? That's rep, y'all. That's sexual assault, y'all. That's sexual assault. And for him to be singing about it just so casually, like it's so many, like it's just not like there's so many songs, y'all. When I pulled this, when I but Googled this and pulled this up and all of that to see the songs that had those type of lyrics in it. There's so many songs that like even sound right now that I saw on the list that even right now I still didn't I didn't associate, I didn't think that they were talking about that. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm looking like, like really, like, like Aaron Hall and Do Me Baby and a whole lot of other stuff. It's it's really like not a question in your head what these people are talking about. But some people just kind of put it a little, they put it so clever that you really don't like a lot of that stuff. I'm not gonna say a lot of it, but there were a few songs that I didn't associate that with sexual assault, but they say that the lyrics, that's what the lyrics suggest. That's what the lyrics say. So yeah, y'all. So before I get off of this, y'all, before I end this video, I want to go back to Do Me Baby from Belle Biv DeVoe. Now I just saw something that I just found out today, y'all, right before I made this video. But I did not know that Busta Rhymes wrote the lyrics to Do Me Baby for Ronnie's part. I didn't know that. And then it's kind of like, because I didn't even know that Ricky Bell. I don't know why everybody go to Vlad TV. Does he pay them people? Because I got my 2 cents that I want to say about Vlad too, with that situation that happened just not too long ago with the black with the female black professor. So yeah, I just hadn't said anything about it yet, but I got my thing that I want to say about him too. But I'm trying to wonder why does everybody go to Vlad for interviews? And that's what I want to know. Does he pay does he pay people for interviews? Because that's the only reason I can see why everybody keep running to him for interviews. But I never even knew that Ricky Bell had an interview. But when I saw this, y'all, it's almost kind of like throwing Busta Rhymes under the bus, because now people are talking about, since this Me Too thing, y'all, a lot of stuff, a lot of things that we used to say, and a lot of things that were cool in the 90s are not cool anymore. And it's all of this, stuff that people even joked and played about. It's not cool anymore because so many people offended by it, and the Me Too movement thing, and all of that. People just don't have thick skin anymore. And like I said, people are just offended by everything. People are offended now by the way you breathe. You know what I'm saying? That's offensive to some people. So people always trying to find something to complain about and to say something about and all of this. So all of that stuff that we were doing in the 90s, y'all, it ain't no way that that stuff would have survived and all of that in today's world, because everybody is just easily offended by something or looking for something to be offended by or something to complain about. And now, granted, I do believe, because I do believe that the Me Too movement, I do believe that that needed to happen. I do believe that the Me Too movement needed to happen because there were too many people running around just doing what they were doing for decades and getting away with it. And just like the same thing I said about Diddy, like everything that's going on with him right now, it needed to happen. It needed to happen a long time ago. But it's happening right now and it needed to happen. He's one of those ones that I just feel like that just, needed to be taken down. There's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of them. So just like I said, I do feel like the Me Too movement, like I do feel like that did need to happen. But I feel like with some of this stuff, people just overly, just too sensitive about it. And it's not even anything to really be sensitive about. But, when he wrote those lyrics back in the 90s, nobody thought anything about, well, I guess a few people, I guess that did cross their mind at the time. But, not at the age that I was then. It was just something that never really, it didn't bother me. Let me put it like that. And then just, back some years ago was when I was in a conversation with somebody and we were talking about something that had some type of reference to do with that. And that's what made me, when I thought about that lyric, like that's when it snapped in my head, like, oh my God, what about Ronnie's verse on Do Me Baby? Because we were just trying to think about you know, stuff that was cool, or songs that were out back then, or lyrics, or whatever the case may be. And I actually think that this was a discussion when Aaron Hall, when his Don't Be Afraid, when people started bringing those lyrics back up, and we just started talking about like questionable lyrics. So that's when Do Me Baby, like that's when I actually thought about that. Like it was just in my head, and I thought about that, like, dang, Ronnie's whole verse, you know what I'm saying? Like now he sounded like a pedo. So then come to find out, Ronnie didn't even write that verse. Busta Rhymes wrote the verse. So for Ricky saying that, it's almost kind of like he throwing Busta Rhymes up under the bus because he knew that people were gonna be. Now I don't know if that's how he did it, because I never even saw this interview. And again, y'all, like I said, that's brand new to me. Maybe like an hour ago is when I found out that Busta Rhymes wrote the lyrics to that song, y'all. So yeah, so that's just kind of crazy, y'all. Yeah, you just learn stuff that you didn't. I'm sure a lot of people probably knew that, but I didn't really, I didn't know that, y'all. So yeah, y'all. So before I end this video too, again, real quick, I just have to say, because I just saw this, now the Wood lyric and song fly in the Me Too era. No, but we love the 90s. Yeah, because that's what I was just saying, y'all. This song wouldn't have been. I don't. They would have been that verse wouldn't have probably never. Well, I don't know. Rick Ross's verse did, and that was more recent than that was more recent than Do Me Baby, because Do Me Baby was a 90s song. Rick Ross, that was what, 2013. So y'all, they still let that slide. And that song, however, you see how quickly it was brought to everybody's attention. And he came out and he apologized and removed, I don't know if he removed the whole verse, redid the verse, or just moved that part out of the song or whatever, y'all. I don't even know. I almost didn't even remember the song until I clicked on what 50 Cent had posted on Instagram, because I like Rick Ross and all, but I'm not a real big Rick Ross fan, but I think he decent. I think that he can rap and all of that. But now, just like I said, y'all, with that lyric, he acting like he didn't know that he didn't know that verse was there, and you still made the song, and but now you sorry for it. So Uh, whatever, y'all. Just like I said about these celebrities, I'm starting to get more and more irritated with them. The more of these videos I do, I'm starting to get more irritated with them, y'all, because one time before, what I was saying when I first started doing these videos is that I'm not in these people's lives like I don't care about them. So I really don't be in their lives like that. But sometimes I do see um, things that I might want to say something about, that I might want to put my 2 cents to, just like I said. So that's what I've been doing. And since I've been doing that, I've been, a little bit more on these celebrities than I would normally be. And they just, the more I get into their lives, the more irritating they starting to become to me, because just, all that little fake stuff with them and all of that. So I have my favorites. I have my favorites, but I ain't falling to the feet of them, and, and all of that. And I'm not doing all of that. They're regular humans just like we are, but they do live in a different world than what we live in. And it's just, they all know what each other doing, and it just, I'm just sick of them, y'all. But anywho, y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I'm out. Hey y'all, I'm back real quick. I just had to come and make this real quickie to add on to the end of that video. When I was talking about Belle Biv and DeVoe's song, "Do Me," I kept saying "Do Me Baby." That's not the name of Belle Biv DeVoe's song. It's just "Do Me." I think I was thinking about Prince because his song is called "Do Me Baby." So I just felt like, because I said it a few times throughout the video. I just heard it while I was editing. So just wanted to add this in because I know a few of y'all heard it and laughing and all of that. Just like, some of my other slip ups. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, so when talking about Belle Biv DeVoe, the name of the song is "Do Me," not "Do Me Baby." So just wanted to throw that out there for y'all real quick. So anywho, y'all, I'm out for real.